national champion at Florida State. I have to introduce him as a Cleveland Brown, or let's just say I'm honored to introduce you as a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Jameis Winston, how are you? Welcome to the Derby.
Blessed and highly favored. Excited for my first opportunity to be here at the Kentucky Derby with my family, and obviously, every kiss begins with K. And I get to begin with you again.
That's right. Can we see the outfit? Hold on. I mean, Jameis took his time to get here. He's a diva who had a golf cart drop him off, but the outfit deserves some love.
Yes.
And sensible footwear, I might add. You look good.
My stylist, Eric White.
Eric White, shout him out.
Yes, you got to shout him out. He's from L.A. I know y'all seen the draft pictures lately, but here's the brand, DeMarie. Yes, actually, the reason I got into this fashion is because Malcolm Jenkins.
Really?
Being with him in New Orleans, like he actually put me on. Like him and Eric are great friends, so that's why I'm able to look as good as I look now.
How is this your first Derby?
Well, honestly, I just never thought to go to the Kentucky Derby. It's always been like right on a weekend of OTAs, so I just never thought to go.
Now, Warren Moon was here.
Yes.
I interviewed Warren Moon, and then he waited for you about 15 minutes, and then he said, I'm out of here. You tell Jameis, quarterbacks are supposed to be on time, never late.
Well, listen. In the wise words of Drake, he said, you know, better late than never, but never late was better, right? But obviously, I got to honor Warren Moon because I'm so grateful for the path that he set for me. He, Doug Williams, James Harris, the African American quarterbacks in the NFL. So any wisdom that he has to share with me, come on, Mr. Moon, I'm taking it.
He is an absolute pioneer, a trailblazer. He's here. Aaron Rodgers is here. You're here. It's a little weird to be introducing you as a Cleveland Brown. What is that? How does that? Listen, your suit fits great. What does that title feel like?
It feels great, man. I'm so excited to help and serve the team and Deshaun, man, and get this thing going on the road. Just been in the building for the past couple weeks, just understanding who my teammates are, seeing where I can fit in, how I can lead, how I can inspire and increase these young men and women that's in the building. I just really am extremely grateful to be a part of this organization. The thing about Cleveland, I didn't know how wise Cleveland was. Like,
Tell me, what do you mean?
1946 was the beginning of their franchise. You know, I've been with relatively new franchises, but this team go way back.
So when you've been around Deshaun, around the team, around Kevin, where are those little spots where you think you can make a difference?
I just think perspective. As we know, everyone has their own unique perspective, and I think with us adding Ken Dorsey as our offensive coordinator, I really admired one thing about Kevin Stefanski is his ability to just learn from everyone within the room. Us adding Snoop Huntley out of Baltimore, like everyone brings something to the table that we can work with in that quarterback room. And obviously, me having to humble myself and listen to a Kane every single day and Ken Dorsey has been amazing.
You're a starting quarterback in the NFL for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to, I mean, if we look at the numbers, you might have a chance to get some starts out there for the Cleveland Browns. What is that going to look like, this version of Jameis? Because you, with New Orleans and Sean Payton, you were right there. It was all going the right way for you, and you really were bringing it on the field. I was rooting for you.
Yeah, you know, and I was grateful for that time, but as we know, like, that is the past. And what's ahead, like, I cannot explain to you, but right now I'm with you and I'm present. And I'm so happy to be here and just the highlights that we shared, you know, being the first person to be on Good Morning Football. Like, yeah, I'm grateful for that. But what I'm going to bring is just a man of increase, being prepared, because as we know, pressure is for the unprepared, and just going out there and taking advantage of my opportunity when that opportunity presents itself. But my main role for this team is to inspire and increase and to inspire everyone to be the best version of themselves, so we all can be good. And as long as we winning, we all winning.
And then maybe bring some baseball into the mix, right? Do you know that you're going to go viral when you do the stuff that you do? Like, here's a training video, right? We have of you. You're bringing it. First, you're doing, like, what are you doing? Like ball drills? Let's take a look. I hope we have it. Control room in LA. Let's roll the tape. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, well, cross-training is something that I had to reintroduce to my game. You know, when you see Patrick Mahomes, when you see Aaron Rodgers, even Tom Brady and Drew Brees, when they played, they all threw from different arm slots, and they all were two-sport athletes, you know, so I had to bring baseball back into my game. Obviously, a lot of people think that baseball doesn't require a certain level of athletic ability. It don't require skill. But I do believe that baseball it helped me with my athletic ability, whether it's tracking down fly balls, whether it's grounding balls and throwing from different arm shots, and actually setting my hips. I didn't understand, my trainer, Travis Coleman out of Alabama, I didn't understand how much I had to work my hips to get through the baseball and get to first base. So I just, I got back into it, and I've always been able to hit some bombs.
I thought you were maybe, I thought you were maybe bringing the dual sport quarterback sort of thing back.
Well, being from Bessemer, Alabama, you know, my idol has always been Bo Jackson because we're from the same city.
Sure.
So he's one of the greatest to ever do it. So I got to incorporate it and just bring it back.
You do that. Don't take my job, though. You're on a boat. You had a microphone. I don't know why CBS was on this boat with you. What is the story behind you and the fish?
Well, the thing about the fish is he didn't say much, you know what I'm saying? But I think actions speak louder than words, and we reeled him in. We got him in a boat. But it was exciting. You know, it was exciting to just be on the broadcast at CBS Sports to work with some amazing professionals over there at the Sports Fishing Championship. And it was just it was a new journey for me, and I enjoy new journeys. Like one, starting off Good Morning Football with you, right? Being in my first Kentucky Derby. Like, every single day is an experience to learn something and grow, and I'm just I'm grateful for it.
So tomorrow, do you have a horse that you like?
No. Only thing I learned up to this morning is I know what a win, a place, and a show, and hopefully an exactor. Yeah,
okay.
That's an amazing turn.
It's all about just being here with your beautiful family.
They should make a movie out of that.
Hanging out. Exactor. What is that? That's the name of a horse?
No, I think it's like a term that they use where you pick the exact horse to win a race.
You know more than I do. Now, because you're so good at interviewing animals, I'd like you to just, what would you say? This is the winning horse, goes across the finish line, wins the best, longest, whatever, 2 minutes in sports. What do you want to say?
Yes, so we're sitting here live with the champion of the Kentucky Derby. One thing that I am very curious about, the history of Kentucky Derby racers have very unique names. Where did your name come from?
Oh, good question. What's your next question? I don't even know my answer.
Yes.
Got it.
Grateful to know that your name is Balloony Hee-Haw. Yes, so Balloony Hee-Haw here has been running in the Kentucky Derby, has been a competitor for the past 5 years, and this is her first victory. So with this being your first victory and understanding how important WNBA basketball is becoming to the American society, what would you have to say about the women athletes that are taking over the whole landscape of sports?
Love it. We're here for it. Jameis, are you going to you have a future in television. Do you understand? Not that you didn't know that already.
No, I'm just a man of increase, and I'm just grateful to be here with you again and be here with my family and just enjoy a great time at the Derby.
Why Cleveland?
Well, I think it was, one, being able to go to a team that was able to win 11 games with 4 different quarterbacks, and the trust in Kevin Stefanski and the executive department that they have over there with Andrew Berry as a GM, and obviously having the opportunity to help serve Deshaun. Like, man, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and understanding that that I can be there for him to help him be the best version of him, which is going to allow me to be the best version of myself.
If you Google Brown stuff, a lot of, Flacco comes up more than Deshaun does right now.
Right.
Tell me about your relationship with Deshaun. You've been in a lot of quarterback rooms. This one's a little unique.
It's a growing relationship. This is the first quarterback room where I'm going to be the vet in the room, and I've learned a lot from guys like Ryan Fitzpatrick and how he poured into me at Tampa. And we had a different type of relationship because he had to come in and start right away, and it was more of a competitive side, but just seeing the way that he does business. And that's what I want to do with Deshaun. I just want to go in and lead by example, let him use his God-given ability, and the rest will come.
Florida State is known to produce some great guys, some characters like you. Bill's second rounder, Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
This kid's making waves. I don't know if he's got a podcast deal, a TV deal already. People are saying that they want you to do a podcast together. Have you guys connected yet? Anything in the works?
Well, actually, Keon Coleman was a proud representative of Just Win Management, the marketing firm that I use, and that's represented by my good friend here, Joe Hernandez, who's right over there, while he worked with his NIL stuff in college. But I think Keon is an amazing athlete, man. And with this new wave of NIL players, I think that all these unique players got a chance to go play somewhere in Iowa and then get found by a team like Florida State and come back and make their name something popular.
I got to ask you about Caleb Williams. I had Warren Moon, legend, on the show, and he says he used the word nervous. he's nervous for Caleb because of all of the pressure.
Yeah.
Because of not getting to sit behind another quarterback like Alex Smith did, like Jordan Love did. You're a great motivational speaker.
Yeah.
You're an inspiration. What would you say to Caleb Williams there taking over?
Well, I would say to Caleb Williams, to whom much is given, much is required. But he's been through adversity before. Like, he has been playing at a high level for a very long time. When you win the Heisman Trophy, you already know that you're up under a microscope. I just encourage you to go in that building and just develop trust and commitment with your teammates. Anybody else outside of that building doesn't really matter. But I got to add this because this is one of my guys, Michael Penix. Michael Penix.
Talk about it.
He's in an excellent situation out there in Atlanta. Being able to, it doesn't happen in sports anymore. With the type of caliber player that he is, for him to be able to go and learn from one of the most conservative and great efficient quarterbacks in this league, and Kirk Cousins, for Lord, how many years he's going to be there, but him just being able to be in that room, have conversations.
You think Kirk's there for a couple of years before Penix gets a start?
You know, I don't know. I know Michael Penix coming from everything, because he definitely has the ability and the talent. However, if I was his advisor, I would encourage him to learn as much as he can from Kurt, because Kurt is a great man. He's a great quarterback. And then when it's his time, he could be like A-Rod out there and go and lead his team to a Super Bowl.
Jameis, you are saying that like a veteran, like an OG. If you were Penix, you would not want to sit.
Well, of course I wouldn't, and I know he doesn't. But in terms of, wisdom comes from experience. And I've had experience in this league, and I know what it is to have people in that quarterback room that want the best for you. And I know he's going to have a lot of people at his head, but Caleb, you have a lot of people that want the best for you in the city of Chicago. Just trust and commit and develop the trust and loyalty with your teammates, and he gonna do good.
We're going to leave it on this. This video, did you know this would happen? What's going on with you in this? What are you in a team store? Where are you? You're doing drills. Are you going to do this out here? What was that video?
Well,
the ones of you, you don't even know what I'm talking about?
Where
were you?
Well,
You're taking snaps fully clothed. It looks like you're in a team store. Where are you in this? Do we have that?
Again, I was with my new center, Luke. I just was trying to be present. I had the opportunity. It was my first day. I just signed with the Cleveland Browns, and he in the gym getting a workout in. I said,
I thought this was the gym.
Man. He said, I'm a center. I said, oh, you my center. I said, so let's get some snaps. Let's work on this cadence, and let's see how it goes. I just wanted to see if I still got. But the thing is, look at that trench coat. That trench coat was.
Let's play it again.
Dapper.
I want to see that.
It was superb. It was amazing.
People aren't talking enough about the trench coat. They're talking too much about the snapping. Yeah, let's talk me through that trench coat.
Well, one is I think it's Amy Parrish. Shout out to Amy Parrish, which is a very popular designer brand. Again, my stylist Eric White, he does it all for me. I don't have to do much work. I just go and put it on, and I wear it. I wear it to perfection.
You wear everything to perfection. Talk to me about Real Tea.
Well, Real Tea is one thing I've always been inspired about is just the health and wellness world, right? With, I grew up eating McDonald's and all this other food, and yes, that food is good, but I also want to eat some food that's really going to help me, it's going to hydrate me, and it's going to be just good for my body. So I'm a green tea fanatic, so being able to have a brand that supports the wellness, supports the health, and doesn't have any added ingredients in it for me to be able to pass along to my teammates to keep us hydrated and ready to perform. I'm just so excited to partner with Real Tea and bring a lot of realness in this world.
Well, speaking of realness, you're leaning into the whole crab legs thing even, right? Tell me about that. Why is that important to you? And does that show growth, I guess, on your part, or what do you think?
Well, I think what it teaches is you do not let your past define your future.
Exactly right.
Like everything that you do, that you encounter is a unique experience. So you can either choose to make the most of that experience, or you can choose to give up and just cower down. And I don't believe in that. I'm grateful that I'm able to use some of the unique experiences that I've had in my past to help elevate me and help encourage others to do better. And
that's why teammates and coaches love you.
Absolutely.
Why does Sean Payton love you so much?
Man, SP. One thing about SP, I think we cut from the same cloth. I'm excited for him out there in Denver. I was kind of disappointed that me and him weren't able to connect again. But I just think we just cut from the same cloth. And when his back is against the wall, he always shines. And when my back is against the wall, I tend to shine. So I think we just got the same swagger.
You two had this thing going.
Yeah.
How disappointing was that? How it ended?
It was what it was. And I'm grateful that happened because I was able to learn so many different things about who I was and what football really meant to me and how injuries could impact the course of an entire year. And I think just me as a man and really truly as a father, like, listen, after surgery day, Dr. Neil Elitraz did an amazing job on my ACL. After my first day after, I'm sitting there, watching film, looking at the game that's coming up. I think we got Atlanta. Well, no, not Atlanta, but I forget who we were playing. Mm-hmm. And my son jumps directly on my leg. Like, that's a true paradigm shift.
Oh, wow.
Like, he wasn't worried about my neck. He only was present with his dad, and his dad was there. So I've learned to just be present in the moment, take whatever it is and just keep working your tail off.
I just want to remind people, and I'm saying this because I don't think we've seen your best football yet. I believe that. In 2021, 5-2 record, 14 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions.
Yes.
And you were really, I could tell, and I've talked to enough people, you were ascending to even another level of your game. And so Cleveland's should be pretty excited.
Yeah, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's just the beginning, and it's not the last that you've seen of Jay Boo.
Yeah, I think go make a push. We love
Yeah.
to see it. Lastly, shout out your beautiful family here that you're with.
Yes, I got to shout out my beautiful family.
Woo, shout out the beautiful
we have
family.
My beautiful Aunt Vanda, who was the pillar of who I am today. We have my beautiful wife, Breon, back there with the blue and baby blue hat on. I have her husband, Aunt Vanda's husband, Dwight. He is the top of the family with Tonda. There's my cousin Tonda. She's the reason why.
Who's this handsome gentleman in the bow tie?
This my Uncle Dwight.
Hi,
right
Uncle
here.
Dwight.
Yes. My cousin Jasmine and my cousin Teola.
Amazing.
Teola is she's like that auntie that travels with me everywhere I go. Her and my 3-year-old son, they call each other best friends. She is a big reason why I was as successful I was in New Orleans with her help and the effort that she put into the family. So
And
I'm
how
definitely
successful you'll be.
And we also got my
Cleveland.
cousin Jerry out here, who's a Kentucky
Which cousin
native.
Jerry?
Yes, he's a Kentucky native. So this not his first derby. So we're gonna have us a lot of quote-unquote bourbon today.
Okay, we love it. That's your wife, Jameis.
Yes, my wife. She's gorgeous.
She really
Yes, look at her.
You're blessed, my friend. Okay,
I am extremely blessed.
You can go hang out with her, Jameis. Always great to see you.
All right, thank you.